Hello, good members. Welcome to RGT, the movie. So, Konami just released the current ban list today, which is September 12th when I'm recording this, and it goes live in 3 days, September 15th. I had just taken a week off from recording RGT to 1K because of burnout. I felt myself starting to just get frustrated while recording the videos, and I think that was coming through a little bit in the actual games. Which was making me play, not as well. There were definitely some more mistakes that I picked up on in a lot of those games, and I just wasn't having as much fun. And I think that actually contributed a lot to why I was losing so much. Now, some of those games, there was definitely some luck that just didn't go my way in some of that, but, you got to be having fun with a deck, right? And I was pushing myself a little bit too much because I knew the ban list was coming up pretty quickly. I was pushing myself really, really hard to get through these, get to 1,000 rating, and to finish the series up right. And, just got a little burnout, stopped having quite as much fun. But now that I've had a break, feel a lot better about things. I also won a Slifer and a Raw recently with this deck. So, I proved to myself I can still win on the competitive level with it. And I've actually got another shot at qualifying for Worlds. So with the break plus that, I feel really good about things. I don't have my bright lights on in front of me for this recording. I do have just like overhead fluorescent lights or whatever. Yeah, they're fluorescent lights. I've got those going. So, oh darn, my picture isn't as professional and great, but this is going to be a long video and I plan on sitting here and recording for quite a while. I have a full pot of coffee, so it's going to be a good time, but the lights in front of me are very bright. And they're a little bit distracting, so wanted to keep myself comfy and free of distractions as much as possible. So that's one concession we're going to have to make. But you all do have the pigs down on the bottom. They're taking a nap right now, but I'm sure they'll be out and about at some point in this video. But yeah, getting into the deck, this is actually what I registered for the upcoming Obelisk tournament. I believe it's card for card. Pretty sure. Anyway, United We Stand is back in the deck. I've been testing around with this one a little bit. I don't know why I cut it. I guess I just looked at this as one of the flex slots and wanted to try out some other things, but United We Stand has been great in testing and very happy to have it back in the deck. Everything else in the main is the same. I do have the Lightning Vortex as well as the Swords of Revealing Light in the side. I've opted to just cut Messenger piece completely, and I think that's probably the way to go for the future. Swords has been pretty impressive, but to get United We Stand back in the main, I opted to cut it. Who knows? Maybe it can find its way back into the main at some point, but this is what we're going with. I'll stop yapping. We'll see how many games we're going to get in this video, but hey, it's going to be a lot. Hopefully it's a fun time, and hopefully we can get ourselves a little bit closer to that 1K. We are at 792. It's been a long time since we've been in the 700s, but, here we are. All right, here we are. Match number 1, opponent 450 elo. Hopefully we can knock them down a little bit and boost ourselves up. It's been a long season. But we're getting a pretty good hand to start off with here. I do love to see that. Opponent also starting on a Pot of Greed, but that's okay. Drop the Drawl and Lockbird here. What do you have to follow up Pot of Greed? Duo? That's unfortunate. That looked like it came from over here, too. They hit our Reasoning, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm just going to get rid of United We Stand. I think Brain Control plus Monster Gate is pretty good. I'm definitely not discarding Pot of Greed. But pretty happy with our opening hand. Unfortunately, Pot Duo is the best possible start against this. No monster, though. Oh, no, please don't have Dust Shoot. Please don't have Dust Shoot. Please don't have Dust Shoot. Okay. Looks like we are safe from Dust Shoot. I'm just going to throw down Pot of Greed. See what we get here. Maybe we get, Giant Trunade Reasoning. Just be off to the races. Ooh, Limiter. Limiter's good, too. Oh, and a Megamorph. Interesting. So... man. Well, our life points aren't even lower, so we would have to hit Stein. I'm just going to pass the turn. A Giant Trunade or a Heavy Storm here would be insane. Maybe our opponent puts a face-up monster on the board as well. Oh, Reasoning? I didn't think we would see Pot Duo. What do I care about the most here? I guess I'm just gonna call 8. If they have a main deck spell canceller, cool. I guess maybe I should have called 2. No, I don't care if they go into Stein here. Unless they have a Megamorph or something, but Crane is totally fine. We can brain control that for days. Now we have to worry about Scapegoat, but they didn't flip it. And here's a Reasoning. I'm just going to call 8 again. I really don't need the opponent to get into DMOC and just OTK me here. Whereas, like, if they go into another Crane, sure, Stein is turned off, but cool, I guess. All right, they hit Air Knight. I was definitely not going to call 5. See how much firepower they have after this. Jog, sure. So now our Steins are turned off. But I mean, it is Reasoning Gate. They are playing Delinquent Duo, which is not the usual, but Reasoning Gate often doesn't run as much defense. So, oh, Scapegoat. It's an interesting one. I could just brain control and attack here. That is an option. But I don't know. I think I might just go for it here. If the opponent has exactly Mirror Force back there, it sucks, but what do you do? I guess we could also hit Stein. Stein would be very bad. I think I'm just going to go for it. Give me this. And I'm going to Monster Gate it away. I don't care about Scapegoat. So, like, at this point, the fell case is hit Stein. That would be quite unfortunate. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'll just put it in defense, I guess. I could summon Facilier, Megamorph it to 28 to 56. That doesn't do much here. I'm just going to set Scapegoat and pass. Unfortunately, we hit the Stein, but, you know, that's how it is sometimes, right? Yeah, it's MST. Interesting build from the opponent. Duo MST? Okay. Had I known it was Reasoning Gate, I just, like, Pot Duo set 2 back row. Does not tell me Reasoning Gate. Had I known it was Reasoning Gate, I probably just would have gone for it. On turn 1, or turn 2. Instead of just passing. Opponent gets into Graceful Charity now. Facilier and Crane to the graveyard, okay. And yep, there's the BLS. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and concede. We'll bring in our spell cancelers. We could bring in Token Thanksgiving. Definitely want the Vortex. We could bring in Swords. Brain Control is an interesting one. Maybe we don't want that. We have a lot of cards that we could potentially bring in. I can't remember exactly how we were siding before. But we can take out some of these. We can take out a Giant Trunade. I think I actually cut a Metamorphosis last time. Maybe we don't bring in these. I get the opponent's playing Scapegoat, but 4, 5, 6. I need to cut one more card. Cut the Jinzo. Oh, wait. The Mirror Force. Definitely want to bring in the Mirror Force. Maybe I don't bring in the Brain Control. Because, like, Brain Control obviously is a very powerful card. But maybe I do bring in Brain Control. Just, like, steal a Crane, sack for a Spell Canceller if I have one in hand. Maybe I cut Blowback, just cut the 6s entirely. Blowback's okay. Maybe I just don't bring in Raigeki Break isn't out to opposing Spell Canceller. Maybe this is too much. Maybe I could cut Swords. I think having the 2 Trunades in still makes sense. The opponent's going to have some number of traps. I'm just going to cut the United Withstand here, I guess. That's fine. We'll see. I actually don't have that much experience in the mirror. I'm sure that's pretty evident. But hey, we have the brain control spell canceller here, so we'll see. I'm going to throw off this Graceful Charity. Okay, not bad. I guess I'm going to want to keep my traps around. We could get rid of a brain control. And I like the Facilier a lot. I think the Scapegoat is still good. Yeah, I definitely want the Scapegoat. Maybe I do just get rid of Facilier. We're kind of in on the spell canceller plan now, and I'm just going to set Scapegoat and pass. I don't think there's a reason to set Ring or Mirror Force into a potential turn 1 Heavy Storm. When we can, you know, set those turn 2, presumably, if we get the spell canceller out. Reasoning. I could call 5. I think I'm going to. I've gotten burned by that in the past. They do have Air Knight in their deck, so like it's not a 0 that they could go into a 5. Of course, the punishment is if they go into something big like Demock, but they just hit a Crane, which is fine with me. That's actually good. Now I can take that, summon Spell Canceller. Heavy Storm, you say? Okay. I will Scapegoat. Hopefully that's good enough protection. Monster Gate the Crane, sure. No Demock? How about just another Crane? There's Sork in the graveyard. So now they do have Dark Light. Zaborg. I'm fine with that too. I don't know about Zaborg in Reasoning Gate. I get it, but like, I don't know. Do we have a Chaos Monster too? We do? Okay. I don't really care if I keep any of these goats around at all. So even if this is a BLS, yeah, sure. I'll take that instead. So looks like I'm going to lose 3 goats here. But not that big of a deal. I can actually, depending on if they set back row. Oh, we're going to tribute the Zaborg for Spell Canceller. Okay. Okay. Well, now I can't summon Spell Canceller on my turn, but I do have Mirror Force and Ring. Though they've shown MST. Alright, I'm just gonna set those. Make it as hard as possible for them to hit, you know, one of my traps with an MST. Jar of Greed is fine. Okay, so now the question is, do I Mirror Force? Probably do. Yeah. Now I don't have brain control for my spell canceller, but that's fine. I can find ways to get into the spell canceller. Like, the opponent's going to have to summon something eventually again, right? Graceful Charity. Okay. The Trinity has definitely been on my opponent's side in this match. Not that I can complain. I did have a Pot of Greed game 1. I had a Graceful Charity here in game 2. But they had Pot Duo game 1. That's illegal. Alright, we ditch Facilier Demock. Call of the Haunted is gone. Appears they don't have a Premature Burial. Okay, another limiter removal. Alright, alright. I see. I mean, they could very well have Trunade. 1 is gone. The MST... Oh, the MST is gone. Okay. I'll flip up swords anyway? That may not actually be the play. Maybe that actually scares them from summoning a monster, and I really want them to, so I'm just going to pass the turn. Don't think I need to use the swords yet. Famous last words, but here we are. They do still have Premature Burial for Democ. Monster Reincarnation's gone. Scapegoat. Okay. It's fine. So they probably have a Monster Gate. Where are my Monster Gates? Oh, they're discarded from Delinquent Duo. Got it. All right. I mean, one crane. What? Two cranes are gone? No, just one crane. We'll see. The opponent has left. Hopefully they come back. I mean, for our elo, I'm perfectly okay with them not, but for the content, I'd like for my opponent to be here. One crane is gone. Zaborg is gone. One spell canceller, Democ, Facilier. Yeah, there's Monster Gate. It's fine. If they go into Air Knight, I think I need to ring it, which is unfortunate. Okay, they do go into Air Knight. Yeah. They haven't shown any, like, reactive traps. Air Knight's a good reason to use the swords there, but maybe I don't ring it. Maybe I just let him have a draw here. They still have to summon something face up, though, right? Yeah, and I think keeping my token around is still good. Let's just ring the Air Knight. Maybe I can draw a Monster Gate into Cyberstein? Gatling Dragon away these... No, just another spell canceller. Okay. Now I guess I will flip the swords. Maybe I should have done that before. I'm not sure. But... and they've still got 2 True Nades. But I'll just pass the turn here. And hopefully we can buy some time. They are getting low on, like, actual fuel here, right? There's 2 Chaos Sorcerers gone, 1 BLS gone. Democ's in the grave. Of course, Premature Burial's still in their deck, but, like, if I can get a Spell Canceller down, could lock up the game, honestly. We'll have to see. Prima into a Democ here, though, would go a long way. Like I said, I guess Prima into Democ's not the end of the world. Because, well, no, yeah. I was going to say they can get Heavy Storm, but they just get Giant True Nade. And then they Prima back BLS. We're not dead to that. That takes us off of Brain Control, though. We'll see. Yeah, there's the True Nade. Alright. May just be a little bit of an unfortunate first match here. Like, I had... oh, we're going to tribute this? For what? Hello? Like, maybe I wasn't supposed to ring the Air Knight? What are we... I just feel like, well, I guess if they drew there, they could have just summoned the Democ there instead of Prima. Read. Oh, no. Read Prima. Don't read Democ, read Prima. It's a pretty common interaction in Go format. Yeah, put your Defusion back in hand, please. Though I guess if they summon the BLS here, I go to 300, but I do get to play the swords out again. So not all is lost, I guess. And double limiter goes a long way. The opponent is at 4,500. So I don't know. If I can find a reasoning and get it into, like, anything that's not Cyberstein again. Alright, we got this figured out. Heavy Storm kills BLS. Presumably they have... they might not have another True Nade in the deck. I'm not sure. I drew a True Nade of my own, which is not incredible by any means. I'm just going to play Swords, I guess. And... I don't know. I'll set the Brain Control, I guess, as a bluff. Makes sense to me. It's dead, so if something happens to it, something happens to it. No big deal. See if they ripped a True Nade off the top. Nope. Okay. And Torrential Tribute. Okay, that's not bad either. That's just more defense. We'll go ahead and set that. Pass the turn. What do we want to see here? Facilier would be nice to just be able to set it, I guess. Maybe? No, because like at this point, I can't really even tribute for Spell Canceller. Okay, that's fine. Reasoning. We have more Cranes, so I'll probably call 4 at this point, right? I guess I could have another Spell Canceller, but that's fine. I can just Torrential that away. I'm just going to call 4. So I imagine they have more Cranes, right? Keep going. Keep going. Yep, there's the Crane. Okay. So we got that one right. I can reset Swords on the next turn if I want to. That gives them Prima back, but that's okay. Stein. Okay. I guess I said it, right? I guess I don't, actually, since I have Torrential. If I let them Prima, again, they can just grab Spell Canceller. I think I'm just going to let the Swords... Well, I kind of can't let the Swords go, can I? Fine. I'll Giant True Nade. You can have another Premature Burial. But then if they go into Spell Canceller off of the Prima, then I just Torrential the board? Seems good to me. Replay the Swords. Set. Set. And yeah, I guess I don't set the Stein. Because maybe I draw into a third limiter removal after I Torrential the board away. Who knows? But maybe... maybe we found a path to win this somehow? Tribute Demock for Jinzo. That's really bad for me. Yeah, now I guess I lose. Okay. Well, I couldn't beat the Jinzo. Oh, they're going to Prima instead of Defusion? Oh, this is fine too. Yeah, this just gets back Spell Canceller. Okay, I guess I'll die here. That's fine. So now that I'm below 800, let's see... let's see how many... how much I lose? 19. What is going on? Man, this has been... I don't know if it's because this season's longer and maybe Dueling Book has implemented, like, losing more ELO for each loss just because it's been a long season or something. I don't really know, but I don't remember losing 20 ELO only in the 700s. That seems like something that's, like, only a little bit higher up than this, but... All right, we're starting out with a loss in a mirror here, but I mean, like, there were definitely some choices I could have made. Like, I didn't have to ring the Air Knight, but look at this. Like, not a single reasoning, not a single monster gate. Game 1, I just didn't expect it to be a mirror. I would have gone in the turn before, and it would have worked out had I known it was a mirror, but, you know, pot, duo, set 2, I'm not really reading mirror there. I don't think it was correct to go in on that turn, but it didn't work out. And yep, starting out on a loss. We're down to 773. Let's go ahead and grab another one. All right, here we are for match number 2. losing rock, paper, scissors in this one. Looks like the opponent hasn't played any matches this season on 41 cards. I'll give him the U2 here. Hopefully we can get a little bit better luck in this one. I mean, this hand, it's not great. Don't love drawing the D-Mock, though it seems like I've been doing that a lot recently. I'm just going to lead on Upstart here. I like that the opponent didn't set any back row. Ooh. Okay. So 1 or 2 heads wins me the game. 0 or 3 heads. I'm gonna go for it, I think. It's a pretty good chance that this works out for me. Immediately flips 3 heads. All right, there's 1. There's 2. Come on, man. Oh, thank you. Ooh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get rid of your monster, the Shining Angle. All right. 5,200. 10,400. Get in there. All right. So all we saw was Shining Angel, but I'm thinking return. It doesn't have to be by any means, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna side like it's return here. Let's bring in the swords. Let's bring in these. Just cut that. Like, this could just be some sort of Chaos Recruiter deck. That's for sure. But if we're going by like what this deck would most likely be in the meta, it's definitely Chaos Return. That was like the only deck that plays Shining Angel. All right, this hand is much better, and we still won on turn 1. There's Thunder Dragon. Okay, so it is Recruiter Chaos. Awesome. All right, if we go to a game 3, we will make adjustments. But I don't hate this hand at all. All right, apparently it is Delinquent Duo the movie, and they hit our reasoning? God, am I going to discard limiter removal here? Probably. Meta goes really well with our Scapegoat. Ring of Destruction is really good. Just Ring of Destruction. Maybe we can get there on a tear plan. Alright, well, I drew a limiter, so I feel pretty good about that. I think I'm just going to set Scapegoat. I don't need to set Ring here. Let's pass the turn. No reason to just launch that into a Heavy Storm. Deco, sure. The opponent attacks before summoning. Alright, DD Warrior Lady. Okay. Sure. I'm going to activate Scapegoat now. I was going to take the 14 if they didn't summon anything, but definitely playing around Tribe. Nope, nope, nope. DD Warrior Lady stays in the deck. You do not get to grab that. Sorry. It is mega banished. If only we had like a trap card that worked like the Forceful Sentry, but it was like from the field is just shuffle a monster your opponent controls back into the deck. That would be absolutely insane. I wish I'd kept the other limiter now. Now I have Facilier. I could go for Tear here. I don't hate that play. I could also go for King Dragoon and Ring of Destruction, the DD Warrior Lady. I don't hate that play either. Yeah. 14. If I go for Labyrinth Tank, no, that's not doing anything. I'm just gonna go for King Dragoon, I think. And hope the Ring of Destruction works out on the DD Warrior Lady here. I'm assuming this is okay. Oh, they're thinking. Judgment? Any solemn judgments? Okay. King Dragoon, come on down. Gonna attack into Deco here. Now, if that was posturing for a Mirror Force, good on the opponent. But doesn't appear to be. Though I guess if they have a Solemn Judgment here, then that means they will be able to get through this King Dragoon. But, I mean, they'd have to pay a healthy chunk of life points to do that. Shining Angle. Okay. I'm going to ring that. Is that okay, opponent? Alright. I've got a Shining Angel in attack position. If I can draw into a Monster Gate, this limiter removal could potentially go hard. Or a Pot of Greed. How about that? That sounds good to me, too. Throw that down, see if they want to Solemn Judgment this. Brain Control. And Upstart Goblin. Interesting. So I think I'm going to Upstart here. Like, I know the opponent's getting a little low on life points, but potential Monster Gate could go hard here. Mirror Force is not bad either. Do I want to Brain Control just to deal an extra 1400 damage? I don't think so. I'm just going to attack this guy. Take away the life points the opponent gained from the Upstart. Unfortunately, unfortunately, the Deco was gone. If I could have taken the Deco and limiter removaled it, that would have been insane. But this is okay. I'm just going to set the Mirror Force, no big deal. And if the opponent summons out, like, another monster or whatever, I can just flip this Mirror Force and get in there. We'll see. Where are my Monster Gates, though? I was going to say, where are my Reasonings, too? The Monster Gates and Reasonings have just been hit by Delinquent Duo. Okay. Bazoo, the opponent thinks is going to be good here. I guess if that is a Solemn Judgment, then the Bazoo is actually good here. I don't know, like, the opponent wouldn't necessarily Judgment the Ring, but we'll see what happens here. I'd like to flip Mirror Force, please. Okay. This does still look like it could be a return deck, especially seeing the Bazoo. Oh, Monster Gate. Well, hello there. That is not a Mirror Force or a Torrential. There's just absolutely no shot. So I'm going to go ahead and Monster Gate here, and I think that's going to be pretty good. Cyberstein, okay. Sounds good to me. Are you serious? I'm going to activate Prio. And I'm just going to go into... So these go away because Torrential is Chainlink 2. And then Gatling Dragon hits the field. And I get to Limiter. And the opponent is dead. Yeah, the Stein effect is not Chainlink 3. That's why you have to wait. All right, I'm just going to cut in editing here, I guess. This is probably going to take a judge call. But we'll be back. Okay, so we're back. The opponent admitted defeat. You absolutely can jump the gun and activate the Torrential Tribute right there. But there's no judge online. So I also just offered to say, you know, if you want to do it your way, I'm just going to summon Sentry and we're going to get the same result. They're offering a rematch. I only gained 9. Like, this is not normal for Dueling Book Ladder. In the 700s, you don't gain 9 or 10 for a win and lose 19 or 20 for a loss. So I don't know what's going on, but it's going to be... I'm going to try to push to 1,000 here, but, I mean, you all see how difficult... Oops. How difficult it has been with just how much we're losing for each loss here. At, like, all stages. I don't know if it takes into account, like, how many matches total. you've played or whatever? Nah. It's all good. I don't want to shuffle. Misclick the scapegoat there, but whatever. Opponent leads on Thunder Dragon again. Cool. At least we got a win. Feel pretty good about that. Though we're at what, 782? So if we're gaining, we'll say 10. For each win, we'll have to win 22 matches in a row. Now there's duo. I'm just gonna let the duo go. I don't really feel like there's a need to just get rid of blowback. I know I have like metamorphosis, but yeah, just get rid of the blowback here. Opponent doesn't care about their rating, but this is literally a ladder series. I care about my rating. I'll activate Scapegoat here. May as well save the 1400. Opponent can't tribe me. And I do have a meta that I can use here. Tomato's a pretty decent target for it. We're not attacking this time, okay. Oh, MST the Jar of Greed, thank you. I'll take that. Juicy, juicy value. Oh, Stein, I wish they had attacked now. Okay. Jar of Greed again. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how things are going here. I am going to meta. Just go grab 1,000 Eyes Restrict, suck up this tomato, start getting a little bit of damage flowing here. What is that, 1,100? Yep. Oops, it's definitely not 100 defense. Oh my god. I can't type. There we go. Alright, the opponent's already taken the damage, but I'm going to click attack anyway. And I will set this Jar of Greed. Now, like, this 1,000 Eyes Restrict has a bit of a target on its back. So if the opponent wants to take that out, that's fine. That opens up space for Cyberstein to do its thing. Snatch Steal, that's perfectly fine with me. I'll gain 1,000 life points, thank you. Oh, that opens up Stein for sure. Reasoning, okay. Nice little 1,000 here, I guess. Yeah, I'll Reasoning first, just in case my Gatling Dragon doesn't hit. I guess it also helps potentially, yeah, play around Kuhb a little bit. So let's Reasoning here. See what happens. I call 8, sure. Right into Stein, okay. So I get to keep my Stein in hand. I don't think I need to jog here. Go grab the Gatling Dragon. Yes. Okay, so we just need 1 heads, but as long as we don't flip 0, everything is totally fine here. Now there's a tails. Alright, there's a heads. Awesome. Alright, let's get this 1,000 Eyes Restrict out of here. And I'll lose a token. Tomat is out of here. I've got the limiter removal. Let's get in there. How? I play 3 copies. That's how. Alright. Match number 2. So they did show that they have like Deco in their deck, but I don't... They're still playing pretty aggressively, right? Like, they've got all these recruiters and everything, and they're attacking with them, so I think maybe I actually do still just, like... Maybe I don't bring in this... Well, no. Yeah, I think this is totally fine. Just side like it's a return deck. What am I... Did I do something different here? What? Why is this not lining up right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know. Okay. This is fine. Leaving the United Withstand and everything. That's fine. We'll just leave the Raigeki breaking the board. Yeah. Hopefully we can win another game 2 here. Double limiter. Finally see True Nade and a Decree. It's pretty nice. Opponent sets a back row. Cool. Another back row. Okay. No Dust Shoot. But I'm going to set Decree and I'll set Mirror Force and I will pass the turn. Hopefully I can get use out of this Mirror Force before I flip the Decree. If not, no big deal. I have a giant True Nade. Everything's okay. Deco is fine. If I can draw into a Stein here, things look really good for me. Breaker. Okay. Hopefully they hit... Oh, they're just attacking? Alright, well, here's a Mirror Force. Enjoy. Thanks for not activating Breaker. Goodbye. Yep, F's in chat. Alright, sure. Jinzo. That's not the monster I was hoping for. It is indeed a monster, though. But I'm just going to pass the turn. And hope I can draw into some sort of starter. Sangan is fine. I'm not too worried about that. Stein? Torrential. Okay. Let's go ahead and set that and pass the turn. Shining Angel. I'm gonna Torrential here. And that's to keep myself in Stein range. I know they get a search off of the Sangan, so it's like a 1-for-1 technically, but that's totally fine. Basically, I just want to keep my life total high here. See what they grab off of Sangan. Anything good? A Roulette Barrel? Deco. Okay, it's fine. And just a pass here. Okay. Stein. Okay. We take those. I'm going to True Nade first. Just in case they are sandbagging some sort of like trap Dust Shoot. Oh, Scapegoat. Okay. That's fine. Don't care about that. Kind of surprised to see the Scapegoat here, but that's all right. We'll just Lightning Vortex, get rid of this Jinzo, kill all those goat tokens. And our opponent loves that we keep drawing into limiter removal. So I'm sure they're going to absolutely just be ecstatic about this one. Can I do a cool win here? Probably, but let's just go Gatling Dragon. Again? Yeah, again. Get in there. Alright, able to pick up another win here. You only got 8? Well, we're at 790 now. We're 2-1, and we have lost 2 elo. Love to see it. All right, let's grab another. All right, match number what, 4? Yeah, I didn't get to say match number 3 because we just did a rematch. Opponent has 858 elo. Okay. If we don't make it to 1,000 just because of how ridiculous this climb is getting at this point, I hope you guys have enjoyed, at least along the way. I know I got a little frustrated there for a little bit, but I think like the adversity is kind of good for the content, right? You don't want to just see me play out games, play perfectly, and just go straight from 100 to 1,000 with 0 adversity, and everything just being straightforward. We have won another game with limiter removal over and over and over, right? Y'all kind of get to see, you know, what it's kind of just like in real time. I know a lot of you probably do the laddering and everything anyway, so you don't need this to figure out what laddering's like. But we've got a Gearfried, so there could be a Blast with Chain or something over there. I think I'm actually going to set all 3 of these. I don't think that's crazy. Gearfried's a scary one. Blast with Chain's pretty good against what I'm doing here. I remember I played against Masha in a Goat Format Friday with this deck. Just kind of got owned by Gearfried. It's even scarier in the versions with Smoke Grenade. I don't think those versions are as good. They're sweet, but they're definitely not as good. But Smoke Grenade can really just tear things apart. Mind Crush? What are we mind crushing? What is happening? Dude, I cannot keep a Monster Gate in this video to save my life. Wild. At least I get my scapegoats. I mean, that's like, if you're gonna blind Mind Crush, that's probably one of the better ones, right? You see Scapegoat in the in phase after you could have activated it in the battle phase. Definitely thinking Monster Gate. All right, second Reasoning is pretty nice here. Do I want to flip Reckless Greed? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna pass, honestly. Yeah, we'll just pass. We'll get to see a few more cards before we dig with Reckless Greed to try to find a True Nade or something like that. The opponent knows we have a copy of Reasoning in our hand, so if they get another Mind Crush, having this second Reasoning could be very bad, but I don't think I'm supposed to set one. And there's a good chance if they already had another Mind Crush down that they would have already activated it and called Reasoning. But also, you know, there's an argument that maybe not. I flip up Sasuke. And Rhoda, that's fine. I'm okay with all of this. I guess they could go into Exiled Forest. They could clear all of my goats. But that's okay as well. Oh, Donald? Do they have a way to get rid of these goats? No. Okay, they're just going to take out the goats. That's fine. All right. Oh. Well, hello. Mr. Cyberstein. I guess I'll activate Reckless Greed now. Alright, there's the True Nade. Hopefully this works out. I do need a little bit of help with these Reasonings, but we'll see. I only need one of them to hit. And they don't know about the Stein in hand. They're going to call two. I've only got one Stein in the deck, so... Ooh. D-Mock? Alright, well... that'll work. I'll just get Monster Gate here. D-Mock's pretty nice. Throw down this Monster Gate. I guess I could have done this in a way where I didn't show as much information. But, just go for the other monster here. There's no Kuhb, right? Probably not. Let's get the Gatling Dragon, see how much it hits. If I need to Reasoning again, I will, but I doubt I will need to. We'll do Gatling Dragon before Blowback. One heads. Just one. Okay, I guess we'll get rid of the Gearfried. Doesn't really matter. Declare the Blowback effect, target the Sasuke. God. Blowback just doing the Lord's work here. So do we have... yeah, we've got it here. Let's take another quick look here. All right, battle phase. D-Mock attacks here. I'm holding the Reasoning because like this is like 0 chance that they've got Kuhb here, but you know, just in case. All right, so like I don't want to. Just in case, I don't think is the way to say that. I just don't want to show them any more information when I don't have to here, when the likelihood of them playing Kuriboh in the main here is pretty much none. All right, and get in there. Okay, we're taking down game 1 against Gearfried, so that's pretty nice. Bring in all of these things. Cut. I think I want the Raigeki break. Pretty good at helping out here, but I don't know. United We Stand. Maybe, I guess, like, they're going to be bringing in a whole bunch of removal and stuff. Maybe I do just cut the United We Stand. That seems fine to me. Just bring in more interaction. This deck could definitely has a much higher chance of having King Tiger, something like that, than the last deck. So I think the Raigeki break could be a little bit more important here. I know I didn't bring it in the last match, or the last 2 matches, against what I still assume is a return deck. But just judging by, Bazoo, maybe they were playing some sort of Dimension Fusion or something. I don't know. We didn't really get to see any of that. We kind of killed them pretty quickly both matches. Okay. This hand needs a little bit of help, but it's got a lot of promise here. Huh? I was right. There's the King Tiger. Set a couple of cards. Sure. Oh, Reasoning. Interesting. So this thing. This thing. Stop Cyberstein. So I don't think I want a Reasoning just yet. God, if I set Mirror Force and they do something to it, that's pretty bad. If Reasoning hits anything else, though, it's really, really good for me. I've only got 1 Stein in the deck. Though they're not going to call 2. They probably call 8 or 6 or something. It's a pretty low chance. And, like, if I just set Mirror Force, they do something to it, they summon another monster, then I'm out of Stein range, and it effectively does the same thing. Sure. Heavy Storm. I'll throw down Reasoning. Mind Crush, yep. Calling? It's got to be Reasoning this time, right? Alright. There you go. Unfortunate, but now I get to guaranteed keep the Mirror Force here, which is pretty nice. I guess maybe I should have... No. I was going to say, maybe I should have set the Mirror Force first. No. Set Mirror Force, activate Heavy Storm. That is not the way. Yeah, they have Heavy Storm too. Okay. And a Gearfried. Okay. Well, things would have worked out a little better had I played... Well, maybe not. Yeah, I guess I would have gotten to Mirror Force here because there's no way they would have... There's no way they would have thrown down the Heavy Storm, but I mean, hindsight 2020, right? There's totally a chance they could have had an MST or something back there. Let's start on Upstart Goblin. Something good? Okay, yeah, that's about as good as it gets here. All right, let's go again, and we do have the Premature Burial, so even if they call this correctly, looking pretty good. We need to dodge Sign. They call 7. That's actually pretty heads-up call. How about Demok? Oh, Jinzo? I'll take Jinzo as well. I could Monster Gate. That's playing with fire. There's no way I do that, right? No. It's gonna attack here. If they have Snatch Steal plus other monster, cool. I guess I'll die. I could go into Senshi. Oh, I didn't think about that. I could have meted into Senshi and then Prima'd the Jinzo. Well, then I still die to Snatch. What if I just meta the Jinzo? Huh. That does play around Snatch pretty well. Yeah, I think Snatch is one of my ways to lose here. So let's do that. This is an interesting play. I don't think I've done this before. And this plays around Snatch Steal completely. Okay. And then next turn I could Prima the Jinzo back, maybe Monster Gate off the Senshi if I really want to. Kind of don't want to with King Tiger chilling on the board. Exiled Force. Okay. We lose the Senshi, but that's fine. We still have Prima for Jinzo. Exiled Force would have been able to take out whatever either way. Pot of Greed. That's pretty good. It is pretty good. They know about both of these. I feel like... Yeah, I'm just going to Pot of Greed. If that's Trap Dust Shoot, cool. Oh, Reasoning? Reasoning's good. Raigeki Break is also good. Maybe. Well, let's Prima first. Get the Jinzo back. Try to protect the Reasoning. Now with the Monster Gate... No, they have Call of the Haunted in response? That's fine. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna Reasoning again. They call 7. I have a very good likelihood to hit 7, but... Let's do it. Maybe they don't call 7. But, okay. Alright, how about a D-Mock here? Alright, they got it. Okay, that's fine. I could Monster Gate the Jinzo. I don't really think I need to do that. Yeah, let's just take out the King Tiger here. Some interesting sequencing. I don't know if I was supposed to even Reasoning there, but I think the upside was high enough to do it. And I'm going to set this Raigeki Break in case something happens to my Jinzo. I can at least ditch this Monster Gate to, you know, stay alive. Smoke Grenade. Okay, well, I guess that has to happen because I can't Raigeki Break. Alright, Gearfried to defense. Love it. Scapegoat. Okay. It's good at keeping me alive as well. I don't really care about this Gearfried, right? Let's attack the face down. See what happens here. Donald? Okay. Yeah, I'll set Scapegoat. Just in case something happens, I need to keep myself alive and not have to discard. Premature Burial. Okay. That's a good rip off the top. I assume they're killing Jinzo. Alright, well, I'll activate Scapegoat. Can I find another Monster Gate now? I know Stein is turned off, but if I can get into something else, that's fine. Upstart Goblin? Okay, sure. Throw that down, may as well. Torrential. Okay. I would Torrential if the opponent summons another monster, probably. Maybe not. So, well, yeah, I'll Torrential that. That is one I am willing to part with my goats over. Yeah, draw the meta. All right, that sucks. Actually, it doesn't suck because I don't get to summon my Tear. All right, back row's fine. Blowback, okay. Pass the turn. It's been an interesting game. I thought it was dead a long time ago. Rhoda, it's fine. I guess I keep my meta here. No, all of my goats are gone. What does keeping the blowback do for me? I guess, yeah, discard blowback. Keep the meta in case I draw... Ooh. Okay. Keep the meta in case I draw into Facilier. This King Dragoon's really good here. Oh, should have grabbed Blade Knight? Yeah. Yeah. Opponent's at 39.50. If I draw Facilier right here... Decree. Okay. Well, that's not great. Okay. Not going to be able to pull this one out, man. This was... That premature burial rip from the opponent was huge. Breaker? Wow. All right. Well, the opponent definitely drew better than us off the top. But we're going to go to game 3 here. Sounds good. I think I like everything that I've got going on here. Just going to click done sighting and hopefully not get hit by Mind Crush so much. Both of the Mind Crushes have been blind, and they've both hit. Like, the opponent definitely called the correct things. I don't really hate their activations. They probably should have waited for my draw phase to activate the first one on Monster Gate, just in case I drew into another one, but... So we can pick up this third game here. I don't think this matchup is really all that good. This deck usually does struggle against the Warrior decks, so... Adding in, like, Smoke Grenade to the Thief and stuff like that. Add in drawing Demock. Not great. Okay, Mirror Force is pretty good. Put the opponent up to 10,000, but I'm pretty happy with this hand. I'm just going to set the Mirror Force and pass the turn. I usually love seeing double reasoning in my hand, but now I'm kind of scared that Mind Crush is just going to eat them. Graceful Charity. That's a good one. Hopefully we don't have Gearfried plus Smoke Grenade plus Mind Crush, because then they just get to just take everything. Like, they can take True Nade and then both Reasonings, and then I'd probably just lose. Or they could take the Vortex, I guess, if that's what they really wanted to do. I'd like to see the Warrior returning alive. I like that card a lot. And they're having to think over there. Duo, sure. Take the Vortex, that's fine. I'm just going to get rid of Demock here. It sucks to give him the information that... Oh, Asura Priest? I think... I'm just going to Mirror Force that. In case I have some sort of, like, Cinchi play here or whatever that I need to make. Okay, just one back row. Facilier. You've got to be kidding. Come on, man. The little Mind Crush that could. I don't know. I'm not playing this Facilier. I'm passing the turn. Yeah, I just would have gotten eaten by a Gearfried. What do you do, man? I don't know. Duo and to just rip Mind Crush, call Reasoning. Alright, I drew Monster Gate. I guess that's what we can do about it. I don't know. Let's throw down True Nade. Hope they don't chain Mind Crush and call Monster Gate blindly. Our Demock is already gone, so that sucks. What can we get into here? Stein? I mean, I guess so. Could go into King Dragoon, I guess. Yeah, Master of Oz, I think, is just playing with fire too much. Let's just go into King Dragoon. See if we can ride this to some sort of a win here. Not looking great, though. That is for sure. Oh, man. Like... Does my opponent have Mind Control? Would they have left in or sided in Mind... Oh, they mean Mind Crush. Okay. Thank you, opponent. I appreciate it. Why is Mind Control in the deck? Like, I guess it takes exactly Cyberstein, but come on, man. Well, we only lost 15 this time. Wow. Yeah, show me the tribe and the snatch too. Whatever. We're at 775. Let's go ahead and grab another one. All right, we're here for match number 5. We are 2-2, but minus what, 17 elo? Fantastic. Our opponent's at 766, pretty close to us. I got a refill on coffee. Everything's good. That one, like, those matches where you just lose to like the mind controls and stuff. I'm not saying like that stuff is bad. I think that stuff is really cool. I love the Gearfried decks, but it's like that's not what you're expecting in the meta at all to go into a tournament with. So it's like, That said, the opponent played the Mind Crushes very well. I don't know why the Mind Control was still in the deck, but here we are. New match, new me. Not a lot going on here, but a lot of potential. We do have a Snatch Steal to go along with our Monster Gate, so we've got all of that set up. Pretty happy about that. I'm just going to set Jar of Greed. Pass the turn. Jar of Greed gets to live. Delicious. What else we got? Tank, 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 tank. Giant Trunade. Last will, cat. Don't even need 2 last wills for cat, but that would be funny. Set Cyberjar. I love the cat decks. Big fan. I haven't played any cat burn in a while, but oh, what? What? What is it? Set monster turn 1 reasoning? I guess I'll call 8. Oh. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean Demock launch. Lightning Vortex means it's probably not. Okay. Another reasoning deck with MST in the main. Okay. Is this the same person? I don't think so, right? Now get your Crane, that's fine. While we mill over some good stuff, we have Toon Cannon Soldier in the deck, which means we have probably at least 3 4s, I would say. Good chance of 4. Not a big fan of Toon Cannon Soldier in these decks. I do really like it in Demock launch, obviously. Okay, there's Monster Gate, sure. Alright, I guess we're just going to get blown out by more Reasoning Gate decks. I do need more experience in the mirror, that is for sure. Definitely willing to admit that. Another Crane, sure. When I said Giant Trunade kill me here, this is... I didn't mean actually do that. We'll see if I get a turn. That's looking pretty good right now. Like, the graveyard's not stocked. They can't summon a Chaos Monster. Right now they can't activate Scapegoat either, so... Fight Giant Trunade. Oh, we just have Demock? Okay. Yeah. So that's one reason to set Crane. I am in danger. Have we seen Dim Fusion yet? We have not. Get back Graceful Charity. Okay, that's fine. Can't activate that. Good to know they have it in hand, though. I'm probably dead this turn. Awesome. Fantastic. This is what I was hoping to see. What are we discarding? They've already seen almost all of their cards, so like... Blowback Dragon. Okay. And Air Knight Parshath. Sure. Oh, there's the Dark. Yeah, we're probably dead here. As I imagine, here comes Chaos Monster, Dimension Fusion, try to blow up my thing with Blowback Dragon. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. There's the Sork. Yep. And there's Dimension Fusion. Well, now it's probably pointless. If they're doing all of this, they're going to attack whether Blowback Dragon works or not, right? So I think if they activate Blowback Dragon, yeah, I'm just going to concede. I'm not going to give them the knowledge of Jar. That was... Yep. That sure was a mirror match there. Okay. Alright, we'll cut all of these. Cut a True Nade. I'm going to keep in the meta. I think I cut a meta last time. I don't know if that's right. Ditch the Jinzo. Maybe I am supposed to get rid of Blowback in this matchup. It helps take out a monster, but like so does United We Stand, right? Maybe I am supposed to just ditch the 6s, especially like the opponent doesn't know anything just yet. I could also bring in Raigeki Break. I guess I do need Raigeki Break, so maybe I just get rid of United We Stand. Vortex I think is still pretty good. So sure. And let's see. I would like to bring in, you know, something like Big Bang Shot, maybe Token Thanksgiving, something like that, but that's okay. Do I Reasoning turn 1? I do have Stein. But I could just hit Spell Canceller. Sure. I'll Reasoning turn 1. If this doesn't work out, then I'll probably just summon Stein and go into Last Warrior and hope it works out. I call 4? Well, no Crane in this deck. There is Facilier. Oh, that's pretty good too. I can just go into Last Warrior off of that. Save my Stein. Sounds good. Don't have to pay a ton of life. Alright, I'll set Torrential. I'm not going to set Scapegoat. I don't think I need to do that. Pass the turn. If something goes poorly, I can just Torrential and restart things. That's part of why I like the meta in this deck a lot. In this matchup, sometimes you just hit a random Facilier. Oh, Heavy Storm, okay. I lose my Torrential, cool. What else we doing? Tune Table, that's fine. Thin out the deck a little bit. Okay, so we probably have a Tune Table in hand. It's good to know. Tune Table and a Tune Cannon Soldier in the hand. Can't summon it. Can set it. Graceful Charity, sure. Pretty good. Opponent is digging over there. Yep, there goes the Cannon Soldier, and probably just the other Tune Table. Yep, makes sense. Get the dead cards out of your hand. Snatch Steal. Okay, sure. Uh-huh. That is part of the risk you run, obviously, you know. RGT has answers to a Last Warrior from another planet, but... Ah. Okay. That sounds good to me. I would, I'd like to take this back, please. Thank you. And get in there. No fear. The opponent did lose Heavy Storm, so they can't get it back that way. They can grab it back off of like a Giant True Nade or something. But then we can just grab it back again, of course. That's why I didn't True Nade on my turn. Slam down the Snatch Steal. Take my dude back. I don't think I need to set Cyberstein here. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Ooh. Spell Canceller, though. Yeah, I can Tribute over it for Spell Canceller, which is pretty good. That allows me to Stein as well. I'm going to attack the monster first. Now they have Dark Light in the graveyard, though. So I kind of just want to leave Last Warrior out. Do I set Stein? I might. Sure. I'll set Stein and then pass my turn. Because, like, now there's a chance that I could Giant Trunade, take this back. Yeah. Sack it for Spell Canceller. Is that enough? Oh, it is. It's got to be with Ring. All right, so let's Trunade. Cool. And then I'll snatch that back and then tribute it for Spell Canceller. You can tribute summon over it. The opponent, yes, you can. I love just no. I can pull up the ruling. That's not a big deal. Okay, we got the ruling sorted out here. I am going to flip up my Cyberstein now. And while my opponent types, can I make Monster Gate with him? No. You cannot Monster Gate off the Last Warrior from another planet, but you can use it for a tribute summon. Let's go into Master of Oz and get some beats going here. And I'm going to Ring of Destruction in the standby phase. Because they can't Book of Moon. And we'll be going to game 3. All right. Sick. That was pretty awesome. Didn't really see any reason to make any other changes. Though maybe I call 4 a little bit more now. I think the brain controls are still good. Swords, I think, is still good. Swords is kind of iffy. Like, maybe I actually do want to bring in Big Bang Shot or something over it, but it's fine. I think this is what I'm going to stick with. The opponent did see the Spell Canceller, so maybe they're more likely to call 5 now. But I think they're still good. I don't know. I could bring in a blowback. I don't know. I think Spell Canceller is just still pretty strong. Obviously, I'm just going to leave it where it is and hope it gets me there. If they call 5, that's fine. Maybe, that gets me into a Cyberstein or a Demock or something like that. We can do powerful things that way. We still have the out of, Facilier meta into the Last Warrior. Stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, don't mind double limiter reasoning graceful charity hand. That's for sure. Opponent on Pot of Greed. Cool. Anything else? We have a back row. And a pass. Okay. Facilier. It's not a bad draw either, potentially. Alright, let's graceful charity into Giant Trunade Lightning Vortex. That's all I want here. Please, can we make it happen? Prima? Oh, Raigeki Break. Now this one's interesting. I can discard Facilier here, but I can also just use Prima for whatever I get off of the reasoning. I don't think I need swords, because I've got Scapegoat and stuff. Break could potentially be very good. If this is a Scapegoat, which, I mean, definitely could be here, I think I'm just going to discard the Facilier. And I'm going to Reasoning first. Just going to see what's up here. They do call 5. Okay. Right into Cyberstein. Okay. That's pretty sick. Oh, do I go into Last Warrior here? Or do I just go for game? Oh, this is tough. Let's see if they chain here. They don't chain here. So it's probably not Scapegoat then. I know I said that before, and then it was Mirror Force. I just ran right into it. I'm just gonna summon out Last Warrior, I think. And if they do something to this, then that's fine. I've got Raigeki Break that can take care of whatever, and then I can Prima back Facilier and still win on a crackback, potentially. I'm going to attack. Okay, the attack gets through. Interesting. I wonder what the back row is then. I'm going to set Break, and I think I am going to set the Scapegoat, just in case something goes wrong with the Last Warrior. And I need some protection, because I am at 3,000 life points, so... But things look pretty good. I could have waited and like used Raigeki Break on this, but I think it's fine. We've got Snatch Steal protection here with the Raigeki Break. There's also like, say the opponent just flips up Jar of Greed and passes or whatever, I could Raigeki Break my Last Warrior. Okay, get rid of Limiter here. I don't want them to take it and then tribute it off or something. Another monster. Obviously they can't Monster Gate, but... Oh, and they have the Vortex as well? Okay. Unfortunately, Facilier is 50 off of lethal here. That's okay. And they just set another back row and pass. Trunade. Well... That's... interesting. So... I mean, they could very well just have Scapegoat back there, right? I could go for it here. If they have Scapegoat, they have... I don't think this is Scapegoat. It still could be. I'm just going to pass the turn. I don't think, like, going all in, using the Prima here or whatever, and then running right into a Scapegoat is not really where I want to be, especially with a Stein in attack position. Crane is fine. Scapegoat. See if they want to attack one of these. Okay. Monster Gate. Excellent. Okay. That's pretty good. Do I want to Trunade here? I think so, yeah. If they flip Scapegoat, that just gives me some more information of what's going on here. If they don't flip Scapegoat... Wabaku. Okay. Interesting. I might hold the Monster Gate. If I hit exactly Demock... No, I think I Monster Gate here still. Because I could hit, Spell Canceller. That'd be pretty good. Demock would be good. Stein is... Stein's awful. Okay. I mean, sure. I'll pass the turn. There's no reason to Prima the Facilier here, of course. Things went from pretty good to pretty awful in this game, unfortunately. Missing on the Monster Gate there was huge. And then they have a Monster Gate follow-up. Yep. Yep. Now they've got Dark Light in the graveyard. They had 2 answers to the Last Warrior, which is unfortunate. Okay, at least they just hit Toon Cannon Soldier. I can deal with that. Prima into Facilier is currently doing 42 plus 40. Yeah, not enough. 50 away again. But okay. All right, tribute that for Spell Cancel. Yeah, okay, I'll die. It's fine. And a Chaos Monster. All right. I understand. And it's BLS too, sure. Okay. I lose everything. My hand is useless. All I needed to do was hit Spell Canceller. I guess I could have summoned Spell Canceller. They would have had the BLS. Whatever. No, because I wouldn't have gotten into Toon Cannon Soldier. This is rigged. This is all rigged. All right, we're losing 16 here. This is not actually rigged. For those of you who think I'm being serious, I'm definitely not. We're down to 759. Man, what a time to be alive. I swear this deck is better than this. Maybe I'm not. Maybe this is all just me not being good at this game problem, but good God, man. We've lost 33 elo in this movie so far. We lost 50 something in the last just 3 match episode. Ugh. All right. We are here for the long game. Let's grab another one. All right, match number whatever 6. I think we're 2 and 3 now. Yeah, I don't know what else I could have done in that game 3, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, I'm a little inexperienced in the RGT mirrors, but also, like, it's not the best mirror in the world, right? Like, had we hit Spell Canceller off of that Monster Gate, we probably would have been okay. DMOC, we may have been okay that way as well. I don't know. I don't know. But we are here, and the opponent knows who we are. And we are trying to get ourselves at least corrected a little bit, right? Ugh. 759. Either way, like, whether we make it to 1K or not, it's been a fun ride. Like I said, I've made it to 1K on another account. I've now had some other cool success. Maybe like nothing huge, but I don't know. I feel like this deck is better than what the end of this series has shown. I don't know, but that's fine. Hopefully they don't have Tribe to follow up. I still love this deck, like, for what it's worth. Like, I know you can get a little burnout, get a little frustrated or whatever, but I love this deck. I think it's awesome. I'm gonna keep playing it. Megamorph or Ring? I think. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ditch the Ring here. Like, if I hit a Stein off of this Monster Gate, Giant Trunade, Stein, whatever, is just mega lethal. And I think I'm going to go for it here. Throw down the Trunade. And let's get some mills going. Any Steins? Any Cyber Steins? Yes, delicious. This is why we keep the Megamorph. All right. Pay the 5k, and my opponent will be paying their entire life total here. I'm actually going to do the choose zones thing. Here you go. Enjoy, opponent. Big ol' Master of Oz coming through. Yeah, big oof. That's going to do it for game 1 here. What is the opponent on? No clue. I think I might just not side. They sure did. They sure did set a couple of cards. They sure did Delinquent Duo. I'm just gonna sit here and posture and talk to you guys for a little bit. I don't have anything to say. Let's be real. I talk enough in these videos as it is. I'm sure you all are getting tired of me, right? All right, let's click done siding. I love that, like, I don't know if the opponent... They said they commented on one of my videos. I remember this this comment about the Phoenix deck. I don't think this person is a member, though, so I'm not sure they know the Your Reasoning account, but Petty came in to watch the match. So I wonder if they saw that and they're like, oh, this is probably Kuhb. And they would be right. Hopefully this is a good luck charm so that we can start getting a little bit higher. At least, you know, we made it into, like, we made it up to 950. I know I kept saying it was somewhere around 950. I did look. It was 950 was the highest that we made it on the ladder. At least we made it, you know, close to 1K, and it's not just I've been hanging out in the 700s this entire time. It's just like all of the adversity just happened at the end because we were cruising, man. What do I want to do here? I think that's a summon Facilier and attack. Get that monster flipped up. I got a Ring of Destruction. Maybe clear it if it's a Deco or something. Ooh. Think I'm going to Solemn Judgment this? No. Alright, I'm not going to Monster Gate it. That doesn't seem too advantageous here. It is Spy. That's fine. At least we know there are spies over here that we need to deal with. We have Snatch plus Ring. That actually gets rid of the spies. And set Scapegoat. Set the Ring. We'll pass over the turn. Raigeki Break. It's going to get rid of the Scapegoat? That's fine. I've got another one of those. No big deal. Meta. Okay. So, could be a control deck. Could be that they just sided in a control package. Either of those. Totally possible. Taking a look at the graveyard. No darks, no lights over there for you. You could crash a spy into this if you want. That's perfectly fine with me. Summon out a Chaos Monster. Snatch Steel is going to eat. Oh. This is not going to work out how you want it to, opponent. Oh, these stats get reset. Yep. Take your 900, please. Stats get reset when it's flipped back down. That's why some people run Book of Moon with this. All right. I mean, we take those. I mean, like, there's a chance we could just win now. Oh, yeah. No play. Awesome. Trunade. Does that change anything here? I don't think so. So I'm at 7,400. If I snatch this, I do this, I Monster Gate. There's a chance I don't win. So 28. Yeah, because they just go down to 59. So I think, yeah, I'm just going to attack over one of the spies. And then on the next turn, maybe I'm able to win. I picked this one, opponent. They got it out of the graveyard and said, I love that. Oh, that's a good moment. I'll pass the turn. All right. I mean, they didn't play any backer last time, but I have a giant Trunade. Oh, heavy? I guess. Scapegoat's really good for Monster Gate. but it's not great for... What are we doing here? I'm just going to ring the spy. And I'm not going to chain Scapegoat. Because I still have Snatch Steal to go with Monster Gate. It's going to be hard for the opponent to get over this Facilier unless they have like Thunder Dragon, Chaos Monster, Crash of Light, Chaos Monster, something like that. A set of monster. Okay, that's fine. And a back row limiter. Okay. If I flip Scapegoat and like this thing happened, I still probably couldn't Monster Gate because I have a good chance of hitting a Stein. And Stein would just be a brick here. Okay. I'm going to attack. If they have some sort of battle trap, that's fine. They have Moth. Okay. For meta. That's fine. I'm not too worried about that. If this is a Scapegoat and they go into Tear, it's not the end of the world. I have a Snatch Steal. Yeah, there's the goat. Okay. Pretty good. I am going to take a nice chunk, so now I am out of Stein range. There's the Thunder Dragon, okay. I wish I had the limiter removal before. So if I did the Snatch Steal Ring of Destruction play, I would have had to have hit Stein or Demok, I guess. Not necessarily on Demok wouldn't have necessarily done it. It would have mattered like what I milled over. So I think it was still fine to not go for it there, right? Maybe I'm missing something. It feels like I should have had some sort of a game shot there, but I don't know. So take the 2800 here from the Thousand Eyes Restrict. Down to 34. We at least, you know, have the knowledge now that we have to side like it's a control deck. There's Heavy. So I can Snatch Steal this and Monster Gate it if I want to. I could also Giant Trunade back the Facilier. I don't hate that. We know they have Tsukuyomi in hand. I guess I do need to do something because of the Tsukuyomi in hand. I'm glad I thought about that. If I hit Stein, it's really, really, really bad for me. Of course. But if I hit anything else, it's kind of fine, right? Yeah. Do I Trunade first? Then, like, Trunade helps with Prima? I think I might Trunade first. Because I have this Heavy Storm, so, like, getting this Facilier back could be really good. Depending on what happens here. I'm going to take that back to my hand, please. Thank you. Then I'll Snatch the Tear. And I'll Monster Gate it off. After I suck a token. Yeah, because so like now, whatever I get into, I can summon out Facilier. And then I can actually take care of all of the tokens, which is pretty nice. How about a D? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I don't have anything great. I guess I just get the Snatch Steal back. Sure. Oh, I could have got the Monster Gate back. I think Snatch might actually just be better. Maybe not better, but there's a good chance I could get into Stein. I don't know. I didn't see the Monster Gate, so I didn't consider it. So that was a little bit my bad, but I think the Snatch Steal could be pretty good here for like follow-up Chaos Monster. Because we know Tsukuyomi double Thunder Dragon, right? Yeah, okay. So we're pretty good against 3/5 of the hand here. We don't know the other two. I'm pretty glad that I did Trunade and got back my Facilier there so we could clear both of the tokens so we don't have to worry about Metamorphosis. Okay, Breaker coming down, that's fine. Take out this dragon here. Okay. That's actually pretty big. Because I do have some big attacks on the next turn if I want them. Upstart Goblin. Yeah. So this is 47. Ah, we're so close. I think I'm gonna upstart. I give him an extra 1,000, but if I draw into a lot of things here, like Monster Gate. Okay, so now, God, we could still hit stupid Stein. All right, that's got to be an answer to Snatch Steal, right? I think I'm gonna throw it out anyway. And I'm gonna try to Monster Gate into something that's not Cyberstein. Because if it's something that's not Cyberstein, I win. I've got another Facilier, I've got a Jinzo, I've got a Blowback, so odds are technically in my favor. What are we thinking about? Maybe I could have heavied first, but I think this is fine. All right. That extra little value, keep my heavy for later in case this doesn't work out. Now we're going to break the Democ. Okay. So now if I Monster Gate, God, please just... Do we know anything? Yeah, we know the whole hand. It's Thunder Dragon, Tsukuyomi. If this hits Stein, I'm just gonna cry, but here we go. Alpha Facilier, thank you. Thank you. Get in there. Not gonna set either of these. If the opponent draws duo, that's fine. Thunder Dragon, Tsukuyomi, whatever this newest card is. They can set the Tsukuyomi and be pretty... Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good draw. All right, I deserve something good too. No? Where was that last turn? That's funny. Okay, I guess I'll die. Set all these and pass the turn. Make the opponent big scared. They're attacking 100%. What a draw. I guess, like, Chaos Monster would have done it too, right? Yeah. Alright, we'll go to game 3. We know Spy, we know Deco, right? Pretty sure we saw Deco. We'll bring in the Token Thanksgivings, we'll bring a Big Bang Shot, Lightning Vortex. Do I want Raigeki Break? I don't know. So these are some easy cuts. We could also cut, like, some of this other stuff, but I guess I could cut the Brain Control. That's fine. Like, it's good at dealing with Thousand Eyes Restrict, but let's bring in the Raigeki Break. I don't think I need to bring in Torrential. Just run it like this. See if we can pick up this game 3 and not start on 2 and 4. Something good in this last slot here. Scapegoat? Maybe? Where's my draw dueling book? Give me my card. There we go. Oh, Reasoning. Okay, yeah, that's something pretty good. I will accept. And I'll just set Raigeki Break, I think, and pass my turn. All right, I mean, we've got Heavy Storm. Maybe we hit Stein, win the game again because we have our Megamorph. Who knows? If we draw into a limiter removal here, almost everything else is lethal. Assuming we are at a lower life total. As a limiter plus Megamorph is basically just 2 limiter removals. Opponent leads on Thunder Dragon. Cool. Alright. We can beat that. Ring. Yeah. If I knew I was going to hit Cyberstein off a Reasoning, I might just throw it down and go for it, but I don't know that. I'm going to set ring and pass the turn. If that's a pro set heavy storm, it's pretty good. Graceful Charity. Okay, it's fine. Got this Raigeki break just trained on a monster here. Like, maybe I wasn't supposed to set the ring, but I also think it's kind of fine. If we lose it to heavy storm because we're about to win the game, cool. Right? Yeah, we ditched the Thunder Dragon, so we don't know anything else in hand now. I like my setup if I can get something going here. Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, that's fine. I'm just going to ring that. That gets me closer to the goal. Another back row for the opponent. Okay. And, oh. Don't mind if I do. A little Graceful Charity action. I do like that a lot. Let's go ahead and throw that down. Opponent gets to draw Graceful Charity. I get to draw Graceful Charity. Token Thanksgiving. Okay. Well, I don't need all of these, but having Scapegoat as like a backup for a Monster Gate here is pretty good. I guess I get rid of Lightning Vortex instead of Token Thanksgiving, right? Let's just ditch that. And meta? I can see getting rid of meta here. The question is, what do I ditch to Raigeki break now? I may just set Scapegoat and pass the turn, honestly. I don't hate that. Sure. If the opponent does something like that, would give me two more looks at a or like one more look at a Cyberstein plus Token Thanksgiving for some sweet, delicious life points. Spy. Okay. That's what we were holding down there. All right. I'm going to protect the life points here. Hopefully they don't have Tribe. But if they do, they do. We'll deal with it when it happens. Looking at the graveyard, we do have Dark Light. Another back row. Okay, that's fine with me. Jinzo. Okay. Jinzo's pretty good here. It just has a monster to summon over whatever. Maybe I was supposed to take 1200. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to take 1200 and go down to 5000 because I do have this Token Thanksgiving. But nah. No, it's fine. It's fine. Because if I get into Stein, either way, it's gonna... Maybe I'm not gonna even activate Raigeki Break. At this point, I'm probably not. I think I'm just going to throw down the Heavy Storm. What say you, opponent? Raigeki Break, targeting my Raigeki Break. What are we discarding? Like, I could discard Jinzo. Maybe I do just discard Jinzo. Maybe that gives me a better chance of winning here. Yeah, I'll Raigeki Break 2 and just get rid of one of these spies. And then throw down Reasoning. See what happens first. Stein wins here. They don't know about that because they don't see the Megamorph in hand, but Jinzo's gone. So they're probably not calling 6. I would call 2 if I was in their seat. But, you know, D-Mok also looking pretty threatening here, right? They do call 8. Okay. Stein. Yes, let's go. All right, Cyberstein coming down. I'm going to play around Kuhb the best I can here. I don't really know any cards in their hand. There's the Demock. It was the next one. Okay. What lets me best play around things here? Probably no, not meta. I guess it's just I don't know. The world is my oyster at this point. I guess it's just Monster Gate. And we will get rid of this. Into Facilier. Awesome. Love to see that. Declare the effect of Cybersign. Master of Oz, come on down. And a Megamorph. Master of Oz, get in there. We have finally won a match. We got a whole 10 elo. Petty messaged me on the side. He's like, I've got an account over 1,000. I just won a match and I gained 20. Ooh, look at him. 769. We dab on that. Very nice. Opponent also very nice. All right. I mean, we've still got more climbing to go. Let's grab another one. All right, here we are. Match number, I think we're on 7, actually. I think we're 3-3 tonight. Minus 23 elo so far. Not great, but opponent at 698. Petty coming in on Discord. Have you considered that you might just be cursed? Yeah. At this point, it's a good likelihood. I say that, and then I draw this hand. This hand's pretty good. As long as we don't get mind crushed again. Ugh. Alright, Pot of Greed, sure. A lot of Trinity tonight from both sides. Not just complaining that my opponents are drawing a lot of Trinity. Quite a few duos, a lot of Pot of Greeds, a lot of Graceful Charities. Draw Stein. Okay. I mean, might just win here. The opponent just set one back row. Megamorph? No. Another Monster Gate, though. I guess I have Ring, right? So, yeah, good chance I win. Alright, let's just ditch Facilier. And Brain... I guess I don't need this meta. Just get rid of the meta. In case something goes poorly here, Brain Control can help build back, I guess. Same with other Monster Gate. Alright. Yeah, if the opponent was like sandbagging a Trap Death Shoot or something. Let's not pay 50,000 for this. Master of Oz, come on down. And Monster Gate, I guess we're guaranteed to hit here. Oh, Jinzo was not actually what I want. I think I have to risk hitting another Stein here. It's so bad. It's so bad. Maybe I don't. Damn it. No. I think I have to. Because, like, I don't know. I don't want to give the opponent the chance for Snatch Steal. Demock, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's grab back Graceful Charity. Now maybe we can hit the Megamorph. We don't need it, but it would be nice to just get it over with here. Get rid of Upstart. Get rid of Facilier, I guess. I don't think this matters here. We get in for 7,000. We set our Ring of Destruction. I can always just get rid of this Demock. We're going to hold it, of course. The Ring until we're safe from Book of Moon. But let's just set these past the turn. And we'll see if the opponent summons out like a Breaker or something. Heavy Storm. Okay, well, I mean that's gonna proc Ring. Target Demock. And I'm going to activate. Oh, they have the Book of Moon? Uh-oh. Alright, well. We have not won yet. Oh, there's the Stein. We were so close to hitting the other Stein off of the Monster Gate. Okay, okay, we haven't lost. Asura Priest, Snatch Steal, Knock. Come on, man. They had the Book of Moon? Okay. We see main deck Asura Priest, so I think I'm going to side like it is control. The Book of Moon, man. Pretty good. What else did I take out? Was it meta? That's fine. Probably just brain control. Yeah, this is alright. That was just... that's the risk you run, right? So... I needed the Ring of Destruction to win there. I think it's totally fine to go for it in that position, but, like, the opponent just had the Book of Moon. Like, that's the one card that can get them out of the situation there. And even then, like, it's not guaranteed. They still need to have the Snatch Steal plus a knock, which they also had. What do you do? What do you do? But that's game number one. We've had plenty of games like that where in this series where it's like, oh, we've got it all locked up, and then nope, you're dead. But we've also had a lot of games that have gone, the complete opposite way. So I'd say it's kind of the swingy nature of the deck, right? I know I've been a champion of the Reasoning A decks are more consistent than people give them credit for, and I think that's absolutely true. There are a lot of people who think, this deck is literally just the lottery, all just coin flips and stuff, and that is not remotely true. But the deck is definitely less consistent than a lot of the other things. Sometimes it's not going to do its thing. Sometimes you're just going to lose. That's the trade-off that you make for power in really any card game. The most powerful deck is usually not the most consistent, and the most consistent deck is usually not the most powerful. And if those two things do line up, you have a problem. That's when bannings happen. But we're here. We're finally moving on to game 2. You get to go first. All right. This hand is quite good, right? Maybe? No, I didn't have anything to win there off of the DMOC. Questioning myself now, but like... I didn't hit the premature burial or anything. Unless I did, then people are just going to yell at me at that point. That's okay. But I'm pretty sure I looked at it and I didn't have the premature burial or anything like that where I could extend even farther. I didn't even have a reasoning, right? Final leading on pot again. Okay. Well, no. We don't want to set that one? I want to set that one. Okay. I see. Meta. They're going to activate Scapegoat now. Okay. That's... I see. Because they have Royal Oppression. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the win here. No, I'm going to True Nade first. And then Reasoning to see what I hit. Because I guess I do have to hit off of Reasoning here. See if they call 2. Would make sense to me. Tank. Call 8 or 2. Call 4. Just call 4, opponent. It'll be okay. They do call 8. Alright. Anything but DMOC. And I guess Cyberstein. Uh-huh. Yeah. I guess. That's unfortunate. Damn. Now I kind of don't even want a Lightning Vortex, but I guess I do. I was probably supposed to summon that in defense. That's okay. Whatever. Getting a little bit extra damage here. Just go into Gatling. 52, 66. Yeah, it's just not enough. I could... No, that's not what I'm going to do. Let's just get in there. Well, I guess I could. Because then I've got Scapegoat meta to throw down. No, because the opponent just has Royal Oppression. So we'll just do it this way. And I'm going to set the Scapegoat, I guess. Sure, and pass the turn. I'm not dead to a Snatch Steal here, though. Maybe I was supposed to put the Cyberstein in defense. Just wasn't thinking about it. Played too many matches in a row. Dying. Royal Oppression. That's a card. I don't think it's the best against Reasoning Gate. One, because the opponent had to flip up their Scapegoat first. That's not ideal. Lightning Vortex, okay. But also, like, RGT plays Heavy Storm and Giant Trunade everywhere. Oh, they have a Sura Priest too. That's so bad for me. That's so bad for me. I guess I flip up Scapegoat here. I'm not going to win this, but... Hey, calm down. Calm down, opponent. Giant Trunade. Okay, I've got a shot, I guess. I mean... Why did the Reasoning hit Stein? I'm just going to Trunade here. And I'm going to go into Thousand Eyes Restrict and hope they don't have an answer for it. A Sura Priest is like worst case scenario. Wabaku? Okay, that's fine. Man, see, like, you play against these people that just will not lose to Reasoning Gate. Like, they're already a control deck. You don't need Wabaku and Royal Oppression, but sometimes it's just what you run into. Like, people, especially on the ladder, they hate losing to Burn and they hate losing to Reasoning Gate, so they just load up on answers for it. All right. I mean, I had to throw out the tear there, but I'm just going to lose everything. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, they reset Royal Oppression, and now I'm just big mega dead here. I guess I'm not big mega dead. I'll set the Raigeki break, and I'll take out this Asura Priest, and, you know. Here it is. All right. I think, like, I was going to do another one of these, like, movies. And this was going to be, like, one last hurrah to try to get to 1K to finish out the series, but I wonder at this point if it's worth it to just start memeing again. Have one full just movie of meme RGT stuff. All right. Facilier's here. Is this okay? And I'll flip up U9 and we stand. I'll make it big. Try to attack over this. Opponent can't flip Scapegoat. Opponent can't use meta. I only get one activation of this. Saku. Yeah, I mean, they've got everything. That's okay. Yeah, Royal Oppression. We have Scapegoat, Wabaku, Lightning Vortex, Asura Priest, Saku, Jinzo. That one's weird. All right. Oops. I meant to type GG. I typed 22. We're down to 753. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think this is just another one. Had we hit anything other than this Stein off of the Reasoning, we would have been all right. I don't know. I still think it's worth it to play 2 copies of Stein in this deck because the card's just so good. But you do run the risk a little bit of, you know, second Cyberstein. Not going to work out. But I don't know. Maybe that's a number that could be toyed with a little bit, but I don't know. I think double Cyberstein is just really good. So I think you just cut your losses. Sometimes you're going to lose some games to it. That's the same with, you know, anything off of reasoning or monster gate. Sometimes you are going to lose because you hit the wrong thing. But, all right, let's grab another one. The movie must continue on. All right, here we are with the next match. Opponent's 202. We're down to 753. We've lost 39 elo so far in this video. Awesome. Love to see it. But I think we're coming up pretty close to the end of this video. The sweet mercy of sleep will get me soon. All right, DMOC. Not really what I wanted to draw, but I guess I'll accept. Sure. I'll just set my greed cards past the turn, and we'll see what's up. Reasoning. We played against what, like 3 reasoning gate decks now? I'm gonna call 8 again. And the opponent's gonna go right into Crane. It's fine. Like, I just don't care if my opponent hits Crane. It is the Chaos version. Oh, right into Toon Cannon Soldier? That's fine. I don't really care about that. Yep, Monster Gate it, sure. There's 1 Sork down. Call and Prima are gone. 2 Sork down. Jinzo, okay. That's a nice little snatch deal for me. Looking at my extra deck. I've got 15 over here. You don't have any. I hope you're not planning on using Meta or Stein. Alright, that's pretty good. 2 Reasonings are gone. Just 1 Monster Gate. Summon out Crane here. It's fine. I'll take 4,000. That Jinzo is mine. If I hit off of this Reasoning, I could summon out DMOC. Ooh, Monster Gate as well? Okay. So I could take the Jinzo. And I can Monster Gate it. And then I can see what I draw off of these. I think I Reasoning first. Because if I hit Stein here, that could potentially be really good. Just take the Jinzo. They call 8. Well, the 8's in my hand, so I guess it was good that I drew the DMOC. Maybe I was supposed to change Jar of Greed to the Monster Gate. I could see that. A little bit of a misstep there. Just in case of Jinzo. Well, I did hit the Stein. Okay. So I take the Jins. And then Monster Gate off the Stein. We've got 26, 5,000. Ooh, I'm going to need some help. I can also just summon DMOC. And get back Limiter. Which should do it? Maybe? I think. Hold on. What if I go into Thousand Eyes Restrict, suck this, Snatch Steal this, tribute these for DMOC, get Limiter, and then that's 48 plus 28. That's not enough. Oh, wait, I have Meta for DMOC. This is fine. Okay. I don't have enough life points for this. Hold on. I'm at 4,000. I'm losing my mind. Okay. So let's just snatch this Jinzo. Oh god. And then I guess tribute for DMOC. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Oh my god. And then I could snatch the Crane as well. Or I could get back... If I get back Limiter, I can meta that. It's just not doing it. Prima's not doing it. Well, Prima, I could Monster Gate at least. I'm just going to get back reasoning, I think. Well, okay. And we'll see what we can reasoning into. Unfortunately, our Steins... I get so excited with that Stein. They call 8? What? My Demock's literally on the field. Okay. I'll take it, I guess. Facilier, come on down. I'm losing my mind in this episode. Or in this game. I'm sure you all can tell. We draw into Jinzo. The opponent has no light in their graveyard, so that's pretty good. I think I will actually just activate Reckless Greed here. See what I can get into. Oh, Graceful. And a Monster Gate? Okay. So, how many limiters do I have left? Do I have any? No. Limiters are gone. Megamorph's gone. So what am I drawing into here? I don't know, but I'm going to activate the Graceful Charity. I have normal summoned this turn. So let's just get rid of Jinzo. And I guess Monster Gate. Monster Gate's not doing anything. Maybe I should have just discarded both of the Monster Gates. And then Pot of Greed here, because why not? Scapegoat, Giant Trunade. Okay. Cool. Demock attack here. The opponent does take 4,000. So, like, follow-up Facilier could just take them out. I could also go into Last Warrior here, which is interesting, because I don't draw for the next 2. That's, like, why I fired off all of the draw things. Yeah, and I could tribute off the Last Warrior if I really want to. So, yeah, that seems good to me. Banish this. I'll set Scapegoat in case something goes wrong. Pass the turn. If I want to, I can tribute over that for Blowback Dragon, but I definitely don't have to. Next turn, I can just set Facilier. I have Giant Trunade to help, push attacks through. The opponent can't activate Scapegoat. They don't have a light in their graveyard, but if they could get a light in their graveyard, then they couldn't summon a Chaos Monster anyway. So let's set the Facilier, just to make sure I don't forget that. And we'll attack him with the Last Warrior. And then next turn, they don't know it, but blowback over this, flip this up, kills them. And I have Trunade. So, looking pretty good here, somehow. All right, through absolute mental lapse, I was able to get there. Let's bring in the spell cancelers. What do? We brought in all of this stuff, I believe, last time. We'll cut these. Cut a Trunade. What else do we cut the Jinzo and the blowback, and probably just the United We Stand. I don't know if I'm supposed to cut both of these, but I think it makes sense. Though those are good tribute monsters to tribute over Spell Canceller if I need to do that, but I don't really think that's where it's at. I think this is totally fine. Steins are just really, really good in the matchup. Jinzo is kind of Blowback Dragon also kind of All right, this hand, not This hand is quite good. See what we can pull off here. Penalties on Toon Table of Contents. I love that card. I think I could grab them. I think this is my Demock launch deck. We've got the nice, what is it, TP6? TP6 Toon Tables. And while the opponent's waiting, I don't have the Cannon Soldier is in my cube, so I can't pull that out right now, but I do have a TP6 Toon Cannon Soldier as well. Beautiful cards. We're going to start on Pot of Greed, of course. Alright, Scapegoat's pretty good here. Throw down Graceful as well. Stein. Oh, and a Trunade. Alright, well, we're going to try to win here, for sure. Because I've got this Brain Control. Oh, God, I have Premature Burial, too. Prema's not really doing a whole lot here, right? So we could Grave Scapegoat Prima? Sure. Alright. Let's flip your monster up, please. Show me what you got. Toon Cannon Soldier. Okay. I will Giant Trunade. I'll take my swords back. And get rid of your swords as well. And I will Brain Control. Give unto me. And I will Monster Gate. Facilier. Awesome. Come on down. Summon Cyberstein. Haven't had a game like this in a while. It's just like, wee everything. And I guess we'll play around Kuhb to the best of our abilities. Oh no! Oh, I didn't think about Spell Canceller. Alright. My brain's getting tired, man. This is, what, 54? Yeah, so they would have lived, but then there would have been a Gatling Dragon, a Facilier, and a freaking Spell Canceller on the board. So, like, let's be real. So, I should not have Monster Gated. I was just like, let's play around Kuhb. Let's get more stuff on the board. I just completely forgot about the Spell Canceller in my deck, so that's on me for sure. But the opponent's going to get out of here. We got a whole 9 elo. Awesome. We're at 762, so we're only minus 30 so far. That was a good one. I don't know how much longer my brain is gonna hold up for just jamming games over and over and over and over and over, especially having to talk and be entertaining and all of that. It's very mentally exhausting. So let's get one more and we'll see. I was aiming for somewhere around 3 hours for this. Right now I'm looking at a little over 2.5 before editing, but I had to get up and like grab myself some coffee and stuff like that. So I'm sure we're not quite at 2.5 hours. We also had a judge call and some other parts that I have to cut because of ruling disputes. But we'll get one more and we'll see. We'll see if I completely ruin my brain, and then we'll make the decision of what else do we want to do. Do I want to keep trying to climb the ladder even though it seems kind of futile at this point, or do I want to meme a little bit with the RGT decks, or do I just want to do a whole video of DMOC launch to close it out? We'll see. I may have to consult the Necro Sages about that one, but yeah, let's grab one more. All right, here we are. Probably the last match. Maybe not. We'll see. Opponent is at 194 elo. Again, we're at 762. We've lost 30. I think we're, what, 4-3 in this video. Not great. I keep thinking about the... I think I might turn one King Dragoon here. Yeah, it's pretty tasty. Because then I can follow up with Premature Burial Limiter Removal? Sure, let's do it. I keep thinking about the Mind Crush. that match. As soon as that happens, you just know how the rest of the video is going to go. Alright, here's my King Dragoon. Here's my Jar of Greed. Go ahead, opponent, enjoy. Don't set any back row. You don't need it. Or maybe, I'll see 2 more cards. Maybe I'll draw into a Giant Trunade or a Heavy. Let's see. I'm going to point out once again, I point this out all the time, I love these terraforming sleeves. They're pretty cool. Maybe I play with those in the next one. Alright. Draw. Well, okay. Graceful Charity's not bad. I'm going to lead on Jar of Greed, though. Stein. Okay. Stein's really good here, too. But let's Graceful Charity. And Trunade? No. Another limiter, though. So I could go into Cinchi. Let's get rid of Megamorph, I think. Well, we'll get rid of a Stein for sure. And yeah, we'll get rid of Megamorph. I think I'm just going to go for it here. Yeah. Well, if I go for it, then I probably need to go into Gatling Dragon, which is not ideal. I could still go into Sinchi, right? Oh, if that's a spy, though, then it's fine. Yeah, because I have double limiter. Okay. Oh. Oh. Elo. Precious Elo, and it's 13. I don't know if the opponent thought we were taking too long or if they just don't want to play against this. But back up to 775. We're on the way up. Let's go ahead and grab another one. All right, see, that is why you always say that that might be the last match, because you never know. Maybe the opponent's just noping out of there and handing out free Elo. We take those. 13 is the most I feel like that I've gotten from a match win in a long time. I really don't know what's up with how, like, I know it's not a true Elo system, but it feels like, I don't know, it could just be, you know, tinfoil hat moment, but it really feels like it's been different since we started hitting the slide a little bit. Pot of Greed, sure. Set a monster first. Did not play around to shoot. Uh-huh. 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 I see. I see. Okay. Other monster gate's not bad. Do you have any dust shoots for me? No, none in your back row? Okay. Well, I'm gonna activate Jar of Greed. And scary back row. Upstart Goblin. Okay. Just go ahead and play that out. Third monster gate. Well, I was asking earlier, where are my monster gates? We found them. We sure did. Do I want to Trunade into Reasoning? Kinda. But I also kind of want the opponent to just flip this up. I'm just going to pass a turn. Maybe we draw into... Oh, no, I have to discard. Shit. I should have set the meta. That's my bad. Like I said, brain is dying at this point, so you're just going to have to deal with me yapping and misplaying. Oh, that's all right. Like I was saying before, I realized I messed up. Can MST target itself? No. They need to clear a back row spot. I'm so glad I didn't set the meta now. Can MST target itself? No! I'm going to ask one more time. Where are my monster gates? It's so cursed. It's so cursed. Oh, I was going to draw a Scapegoat. We're not out of this. That's the crazy thing. But, like, I lost a lot of really, really, really good cards. MST, okay. Uh-huh. Nice little -2. You'll love to see it. Yeah, set a Smashing Ground. Probably shouldn't have set that. Sure. Gravekeepers? Alright. That's pretty sick. I guess I'm not winning this game. There's no way. There's no way. All three of my monster gates are gone. Incredible. 2 copies of Reasoning are gone. It's like the world's best Morphing Jar and card destruction. Yep, there's the Necro Valley. Okay, immediately draws Premature Burial. What do I even have? Just Facilier? I mean, I could snatch the Morphing Jar Tribute for Blowback and just hope I can. I think I probably do, but I think I'm going to go after the monster rather than the Necro Valley here. Book. Okay. Alright. Sure. Sure. Let's set all of these. And just attack into this Morphing Jar. Give me a nice little +1. Okay. Drawing into Stein plus Megamorph is pretty good here with the Morphing Jar gone, and I guess like yeah, we still have 2 True Nades and a Heavy left in the deck, so maybe Reckless Greed and Jar of Greed can get us there. Okay, I don't hate the position now. It's kind of weird to say, but there's a chance. Stein Megamorph is not good enough in itself, but I do have United We Stand, so could be. We shall see. I also have Premature Burial down here, which is kind of whatever. But I do have 2 Jar of Greeds and a Reckless Greed, so I can see a whole bunch of cards in the next turn. Alright. Oh, Limiter's pretty good too. Don't hate that. Yeah, I'd imagine there's a Solemn Judgment back there somewhere still. So we may need like double True Nade. There's Demock. That's not helping a whole lot. I'll draw for this jog. Alright, there's True Nade. Now the question. I still have Graceful Charity too? Okay. Activate Reckless Greed. I guess I'll have Pot of Greed in the deck too. I do. Okay. Okay, there's Heavy. And another Limiter. Alright. So let's Trinod. I guess maybe I'm supposed to play Heavy first. Oh, Book of Moon? Just reset my stats? Okay. Sure. Alright, well I think the opponent's dead now. Or at least a good chance of it. So yeah, just summon out Stein here and hope. And I've got Blowback in the grave too. Okay, let's do Stein first. How did this happen? What? Let me turn off auto draw in case something goes weird while we're lagging here. I'm also having like problems with my mouse, so I'm sure there have been some weird things with it here, but come on, Cyberstein. You know where the series really started to fall apart and all of the adversity started to hit us? It was when we lost connection and couldn't come back, and Dueling Book gave us a loss, which was like minus 23 elo. That's where it hit. It's been all downhill from there. All right, let's go grab a Gatling Dragon here. And hope we flip 2 heads. If not, well, we'll figure it out. All right, 2 heads. Awesome. We have won the game. How? No clue how. But let's flip this up, and I guess I'll Prima. We'll play around like an excess amount of Kuribos here. Let's get back to Blowback. Limiter. Get in there. Crunch. What a wild game. Opponent says crazy. They're absolutely right. That was insane. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Gravekeepers. I think I'm gonna side like as an aggro deck here. Like I know they have spies, but we did see guard. We saw Morphing Jar as well, but I don't think I need to prepare too much for them setting stuff. I mostly just want to take care of them, pressuring my life total with Spear Soldier and Assailant. Yeah, this is going to be the last match. I am dying. Yeah, this looks good to me. I want to bring in the Vortex over United We Stand, maybe. I don't hate that, sure. All right, let's get in there, see if we can win this game too. We're not going to win 17, so we're going to be down on elo. A whole 3 hours of my life to like lose 5 elo or whatever. All right, nah, it's... I know it sounds like I'm complaining here. I'm having fun. Necro Valley, sure. Uh-huh. Alright, so we got big old Gravekeeper's Assailant over there. But I like my start over here. Let's throw down Upstart Goblin. Get ourselves a draw. See if the opponent activates Appropriate. Ooh, Reasoning. Reasoning's not bad. Activate Pot of Greed, though. Get my draws going. Okay. Yeah. Oh, man. If they destroy the Scapegoat and get in some attacks... Actually, Scapegoat doesn't do anything against Assailant, right? Maybe I am supposed to just kind of go for it a little bit here. I don't hate throwing down a Reasoning. Maybe I don't go super far with the Monster Gates, but if this hits a Jinzo... Oh, they're calling 7? I'm just gonna, yeah, as they call 7. Awesome. I have both Faciliers in my hand. No, not Demock. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I can't use the Demock effect, but I can summon it. So that's a little annoying, but I don't think I'm going to Monster Gate here. I'm just going to attack. Sakuretsu, sure. Set the Scapegoat, pass the turn. Like, I know Scapegoat doesn't really stop Assailant, but maybe it stops something else. And it does open up multiple Monster Gates on the next turn. Pot of Greed's a really good draw from the opponent. I was really hoping to hit a Jinzo there. I would have gone in a little bit extra had I hit a Jinzo. Oh, summon Exiled Force? Okay. Okay, Royal Tribute. There you go. Monster Gate, limiter removal. Hello? We have Heavy Storm. Mind Control. Why are people leaving in Mind Control against me tonight? Weird. Alright. Yep. Attack him with Exiled Force first. I'm just gonna Scapegoat the Exiled Force. I'm gonna take 2,000, but it's not really that big of a deal. See how many attacks they want to make. Okay. Okay, so double Monster Gate online. We have a limiter removal. We only need to contend with this back row right here. Okay, never mind. They're going to remove one of our goats. That makes sense. Swords. Okay. That's fine. I'm going to Monster Gate and... Oh, Solemn Judgment. Okay. Never mind. Like I said, we're not going to Monster Gate. Oh, they have Heavy. That's fine. That's fine. I'll throw down the swords anyway. If they want a heavy, get rid of their Necro Valley, it's fine. Okay, cool. We're going to be out of Stein range now. Probably not winning this game. But... good old Jinzo. That's what I wanted to hit off of the reasoning, but, you know. My opponent called 7, and then I got both of my 7s just ripped out of my hand by Royal Tribute. Which is fair. I love Royal Tribute. Alright. Alright, we'll go to game 3. Cool. Yeah. You okay to just run it back here? Sure. Alright, going first. Let's draw a Decree. Do some good stuff here, right? Alright. This is perfectly acceptable. Okay. I was a little sad about the Demock, but I'll take Cyberstein, that's for sure. Got a nice little Cyberstein win with Limiter next turn. If they just set a monster, I'm going to go for it. I would have to flip all 3 heads to really get screwed, and even then I still have reasoning. Okay. Now I can activate Scapegoat. If they don't attack, then things get a little weird, because I can't use Cyberstein. But if they do attack... Alright, they do. Awesome. Kind of thought they would. Hopefully they don't have a Solemn Judgment. And we can just Giant Trunade our way to victory here. Brain Control. Okay. Well, it's just Reasoning. No, not Reasoning. Trunade. There we go. I saw the Reasoning. Well, yeah, let's just do that. Okay. All right. This is fine. It's like they still pay 4,000, so things are okay. And then let's Reasoning. See what they call. I already have an 8. I already have the 8 and 2 in my hand. So they call 4? Ooh. I'm just going to make sure that they call 4. I know, like, they accidentally put it in the life points thing, but I like to see that it's actually what the opponent's wanting to call here. We hit Facilier. I'm just going to attack, and if they don't do anything, they're dead. I guess I could Brain Control Demock. No. I don't think I will. I'm just going to attack. Eh? Oh. Ooh, damage step. I got a limiter removal for you. Okay. They were at 4,000? Okay. You're dead. We got the game 3. Let's go. Oh, we gained 14? Hey, maybe the ELO's like, you know what? You know what? We put you through hell for long enough. Here you go. Here's 14. We're at 789. Minus 3 ELO. You know what? We got 14 from that one. If we win one more, maybe we make it up into the 800s. all of this time to just barely scrape into the 800s if we win one more. We definitely have a positive record on this one though, so fine. We'll get one more. One. All right, match number whatever. Here we are. This is the last one. This is it. The movie is over. Opponent's at 1,200 ELO. All right. Time to take down a highly rated player. Not with this hand. So face down monster. We got a back row. Nice T set. Nope, we got a little more. Okay. Graceful Charity. That's a good draw. No dust shoot, you say. Okay. No, I'm just going to throw off the Graceful Charity. All right. Okay, that could be a lot worse. I'm just gonna discard Demock. Brain control is not looking amazing here, especially with the scapegoat. I'm just gonna discard brain control, I think. The meta pairs well with the scapegoat, obviously. Giant Truenade's Giant Trunade. Keeping my Jar of Greeds, you know, just digs farther into the deck. Basically, at this point, I just want to see a Monster Gate. But we'll see. Yep, Deco's fine. Draw your card. I guess Brain Control is good against Deco, right? Take the Deco if I draw into a Monster Gate. Breaker's totally fine. Sure, I'll jog. Oh? A little Stein action? Alright, I'll Scapegoat. Alright, that's pretty good. Lose 2 of our tokens. Still get to see more cards. Oh, the Monster Gate. It's here. Alright, let's activate Trunade. There's a decent shot we win this turn. Alright, I'm going to activate my Jog in response to yours as well. I mean, play around Kuhb. Yeah. This is sick. Alright, whatever. Other Cyberstein. Cool. Deal. Let's go grab our Gatling Dragon. I guess I'll activate the effect. Just to me as well, right? Oh, one heads. Tails. One heads. Get rid of the breaker. Alright, let's do this. And I just activate another limiter removal. Crunch. You're dead. Bye-bye. Go to the next one. Alright. Looks like turbo. Probably is turbo. Doesn't have to be, probably. Bring in the mind controls, get rid of the brain control, and I kind of want to keep in the United We Stand here, but maybe, I don't know. I don't really like cutting my Jar of Greeds here. Huh. Not having this extra card that's just like not good against turbo. It's kind of annoying. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to just cut the United We Stand. That's probably fine. I want to keep in all of my... I think the turbo matchup is pretty good. So I just want to keep in all of my consistency pieces to make sure that the deck is as consistent as possible in a good matchup. So drop in United We Stand, which is a little bit of a bricky, powerful, sort of redundant card. I think makes sense rather than dropping the Jar of Greed that can draw cards. Alright, this hand's not bad. Nice little King Dragoon mind control. With Snatch still back up. Pot of Greed for the opponent. And Duo. That's not what we want to see. Okay, they take the Facilier. Sure. I guess I'm just going to get rid of meta here. Yeah. The meta loses a lot of value with the Facilier gone. Monster Gate. Okay. Not bad. Lead on Upstart Goblin. Okay. Nice little reasoning. I will just go ahead and mind control, I think. Ooh, Moth? Now do I get back mind control? Or do I get back Upstart? I don't think getting back meta makes sense here. I'm just gonna get back Upstart. Yeah, let's get back the Upstart Goblin. Getting another draw here is a little bit better than getting a mind control the opponent knows about. I don't blame them for setting them off. I think that's a very, very good high upside play against a deck that's probably not playing Nobleman of Crossout. And, you know, if I don't completely go off on my turn, and you get to flip that and get another Delinquent Duo, that's huge. But now we have a face-up Moth that I can take with Snatch Steal to Monster Gate if I need to. I've also got this Reasoning here. I could see more cards with this Jar of Greed. Oh, we're attacking. Alright, I like it. Face down monster. I'm just going to activate Jar here. Pot of Greed, okay. Jinzo. Alright, that's not bad. Jinzo can help protect all the other plays. Like, now I can just snatch this, summon Jinzo, and then Reasoning. Alright, activate Pot of Greed first. Heavy. And meta. It's very unlikely that I win. But damn. I can, if I give him Dark Light though, that's the problem here. I guess I could just Reasoning and see what happens. Sure, I'll Heavy Storm and then I'm gonna Reasoning. Ooh, nice little needle sealing action. I like to see that. They probably call 2 here. Just fine. They call 8. Okay. I hit the Stein. Okay, so they're at 9,000. If I snatch Moth, meta it, suck this monster, I can tribute for Jinzo. Oh god, if I hit the other, I'm gonna go for it because it's 42, 66. Oh, blowback doesn't do it either. And one Facilier is already gone. I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Let's take this Moth. Alright, meta. This is so sick. For tear. Give me that. What's another Moth? Okay. I guess I'll Monster Gate it first to see what happens. Please don't hit other Stein. Or blowback. Just hit Demock. Yes! Oh, I deserve every bit of this. Get back the limiter removal. Activate Stein. Summon Gatling Dragon. I've not normal summoned this turn. Tribute for Jinzo. Activate limiter removal. Get in there. I guess they could still have Kuriboh, but they don't. Oh, and we do gain 13, so we're at 802. Woo! 3 hours and 10 minutes before editing. I think this is going to be a little bit under 3 hours, but 3 hours to gain 10 elo. We're not hitting 1,000. There's no way. There's no way. But, hey, I think now that I gained, like, what was it, 14 from one of them and 13 from this one, I don't know. Maybe something in the universe is just like, we're going to correct this. Things are going to be better. Here you go. Just have some more elo. I think because of that, I'm going to keep writing it a little bit. We made it up to 950 before. It may not happen again, but I'm going to do another one of these movies, RGT movies. Basically, over the next 3 days, I'm going to try my hardest to bring this to a proper end. of hitting 1K on the ladder, but let's go look at what our record was, because I feel like it was pretty good in this, even though we only gained 10 elo. Yeah, look at that. We started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 and 3? Yeah, I mean no. We started here. 7 and 4. Okay, so that's like math. I don't know. It's below a 70% win rate, which, for a while we were like 85% in the series. That was like all the way up to 950, and then after that it just kind of fell off. What is our... We're 85% with this deck anyway. We're still 103 and 48. Like, even with the adversity and the beginning of the series of me like having to learn how to play the deck really, and me, I'm still not the best, but I did get a lot better from the beginning. I think I can admit that. Like, that's still pretty good. It's still a pretty good record, pretty good showing. We played 151 matches in the series. Dude, this has been a long season, but yeah, that's going to be the last match for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the movie. Hope you guys tune in for the sequel.